If you're looking for exclusive savings off your next cruise holiday, keep watching Planet Cruise Weekly. Now, on this week's episode, very excitingly, we're running a competition. We have an exclusive money can't buy cruise-related prize, which we're giving away. And all you need to do to get your hands on this is comment below and tell us the name of the person who said this.
This famous person once said, "Nuremberg shines throughout Germany, like a sun amongst the moon and the stars."
So you'll need to comment below, you need to tell us who said that, and also when in the video, time-wise, we give you the answer. More about that coming up. Now, of course, we have two great deals, the first of which is...
Yep, first great deal today, P&O Britannia. We're taking you to the Norwegian Fjords, absolutely beautiful destination. Cabins available for under £500 per person, Keith.
Incredible value. We're also catching up with Stephen Joyner, who's going to give us the lowdown on Ovation Overseas, one of Royal Caribbean's fabulous brand new ships. And then finally, deal number three.
Deal number three, top secret, Keith, top secret. All I can tell you at the moment, 60% off the prices. We have a 14-night river cruise for you.
Incredible. So if you like the sound of that, don't go anywhere. Keep watching. So let me wish you good morrow and welcome to the next episode, this week's episode of Planet Cruise Weekly. And as you can see, episode by episode, week by week, my hosts are getting better looking. Now we've finally upgraded to the wonderful Simon, who has a very funky double-barreled surname. What is it, Simon? Tell us it's...
Yeah, in full, I am Simon Stuart Jones.
Stuart Jones, I love it. So I'm guessing your mum was a Stuart, your dad was a Jones, they couldn't decide, or is it the case that you are a famous English knight and have your own coat of arms and a castle somewhere in Wiltshire?
Well, other than the castle, yeah, there's a bit of a story behind the surname, so we'll save that one for a bit later.
Ooh, I could almost imagine you being a kind of weekend reenactor in your own suit of armour, kind of ploughing through fields with a big broadsword. Anyway, I digress. We are here to talk about cruising, and deal number one is incredible because this is P&O Cruises. While we talk about P&O and about cruising, bear in mind that Simon has 7 years working on board his experience as well, didn't you? As
Indeed.
a croupier and a casino manager.
That's correct, yeah, 7 years on board ships.
So you know what you're talking about, which is good news. And this particular cruise is out on Britannia. It's going out on the...
Yeah, it's the 9th of May, this one here. We're looking at exclusive savings on this one. We've got the inside cabins from £63 per person per night, which is amazing. So you're looking at £439 per person all told for the inside there. If you fancy the balcony, £629 per person, again, amazing offer. And the single prices for this one, because they do have single cabins on the P&O Britannia, which is great. £879 per person, prices starting from. So 9th of May sailing, Keith, P&O Britannia, Norwegian Fjords. Fantastic.
So very exciting. You've got some great prices there, really, really competitive. And don't forget, if you ring up and you quote YouTube25, you get a further £25. Yes, you heard me right, a further £25 off the prices you're seeing on screen. What's that, Simon just spoke about there. But where's it going? Well, it is a Norwegian Fjords cruise out on the mighty Britannia. And of course, for people that aren't aware of P&O, we know they've got this wonderful, massive advertising campaign on TV and they've sponsored things left, right, and centre, haven't they? But tell us, what in your mind stands out as being unique about P&O cruising?
I mean, P&O, they really do capture the UK market very, very well. You know, they've got a long history of serving us really, really well with cruises from the UK. They really are driven by their reputation.
I think 177 years in total they've been doing that as well, which is quite incredible, and everything on board is in the British pound, which makes it kind of a bit easier as well, particularly if you are new to cruising, and if you are new, this could be the one for you. So sailing out of Southampton, you've got a day at sea to enjoy everything that the Britannia has to offer, and that is 10 restaurants, that's 8 different incredible entertainment venues, and of course the food heroes. So the food on board is stunning. It's all involved in making it a culinary, beautiful experience. Now, your first official port of call is Bergen, which is a great introduction to the fjords, great chance to see the views on the top of Mount Floyen or to explore the wonderful wooden wharf area. And then we go through to Flom. Tell us about Flom.
It's quite beautiful. Now, Flom is situated at the inner part of the second longest fjord in the world. So the transition through to Flom is absolutely amazing. So for the early risers, get up and see that sailing. It's absolutely incredible. Take your breath away. Now, I know of a certain railway there that is just spectacular.
Yes, yes. The railway, of course, is one of the steepest railways in the world, and it takes you around the side of the cliff through these kind of cliff tunnels. It gives you incredible views, and it's certainly the number one thing I think people do in Flom. Then from Flom, we're going on to Ulden, another great small Norwegian kind of village experience in the heart of the fjords. Great chance to explore the wonderful nature or see some of the famous churches. Before we then go through to Stavanger.
Stavanger, it's another very old traditional port there. Again, with Stavanger, you've got the beautiful white-coloured buildings as well. Quite a phenomenal experience, yeah. And you really get the feel of you know, time as was still, and you really get to feel the kind of Norwegian village vibe.
But also you can head out here and go and see the Pulpit Rock, which is probably the incredible thing to do. It's about a 4-hour cruise right down the Lewis Fjord and back, and without a doubt it's probably the number one thing to do. Then you've got a sea day as you head back to Southampton, again enjoying that wonderful ship, all the wonderful food and all the entertainment which is included, before you then arrive home tearfully, because of course your cruise is over. But this is again, it's P&O Cruises, it's on Britannia, going around the fjords from Southampton. It's going out on the...
It's the 9th of May, fantastic prices, inside cabin 439 per person, balcony 629 per person, single cabin 879 per person.
And don't forget, if you quote YouTube25 when you ring up, you get a further £25 off those prices. And also, why not make your holiday one day longer, start a day earlier, get free parking, because it's included. It's the Meon Valley Marriott. I always do this when I cruise. It's £89 per person. You get a wonderful hotel stay, you get a taxi or a chauffeur transfer all the way from the hotel through to the port, and their port pick up at the end, and you get to leave your car there. It's an incredible deal. Now, indeed. Simon, before we move on to our next deal,
yes,
can you tell us the answer for that wonderful quote you told us about?
Oh, of course, the quote. Yes, the answer is, Keith, coming up later.
Oh, there we go. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking about Ovation of the Seas right next. Now, hot news off the press. Over the weekend, the beautiful new Ovation of the Seas arrived in the UK. I'm guessing you were one of the people down there on the dockside waving her in?
Absolutely, Keith.
Yeah.
Even one better than that, we got invited on board for the event as well.
Fantastic.
Just incredible.
So you were on board overnight, were you?
Yep, it was an overnight for all of us here. A few of us from
you.
Planet Cruise had the privilege of experiencing the amazing wow factors that Royal Caribbean delivers so well.
And if you can give us one word to describe Ovation of the Seas?
It would have to be mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing, fantastic. Well, to find out why Ovation of the Seas is mind-blowing, we invited Stephen Joyner from Royal Caribbean into the studio earlier this week, and this is what he told us. So we've been getting a lot of questions and comments at the moment in Planet Cruise, all about Ovation of the Seas. And to answer your questions and to give you some inside, up-to-date info, we have the man, Stephen Joyner from Royal Caribbean. He's here to tell us all about it, Steve. Really lovely to have you. Here in the studio. Now, Stephen, Ovation of the Seas.
Yes.
Tell us, it's exciting. First of all,
It's really, really exciting.
is it one of the Quantum class ships?
It is a Quantum class ship. It's the third. We've obviously had Anthem, we've had Quantum, and now we've got Ovation.
So it's got the big kind of...
It's got the North Star.
That's it.
We've got the iFly.
You know what I meant by just doing that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was
that
like
was
this.
my
I
North
was
Star.
hoping you wasn't going to say a crane.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, now we've already talked about the North Star.
The North Star, yes.
I'm going to go for this idea of trying to give you the different features of the ship by mind now. So,
Okay.
do you also have on board the...
Dodgems.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Tick. I love it. Like what you're doing. So you've got the Dodgems on there as well.
Yes, we have, in the Seaplex,
And the Seaplex. That's great. So what else is in the Seaplex?
There's some real big highlighters that everyone that knows the Quantum class ship will realise that we've got some key signature innovations on board that you've seen on Quantum, that you've seen on Anthem. They are, as you said about the Dodgems, in the Seaplex, the world's largest at-sea sports activity area. The trapeze schools will be in there, you've got the roller skating, so that we've still got those really core, innovative
Kind of things to do.
all those new great technology and the innovations that we have on board of Anthem and Quantum are still going to be present on Ovation.
Okay, next bit of mine that you've got to guess what we're doing. Have you
Okay.
also got the...
Is that your attempt at iFly?
Yeah.
Or is that the boogie boarding on the flow rider?
Oh, it could have been either, couldn't it? But it was actually iFly, because that's why I was trying to do that kind of... That's it. Yeah, that's actually much better, yeah, rather than just doing the truffle shuffle, which is what I was attempting to do there.
Yes,
okay,
we have.
So
We've got
iFly's
that
on
end.
there.
Yes. And that is an experience in itself.
What about food? I mean, I should have given you a mime for that, but I know, I think, isn't something difference happen with kind of Johnny Rockets, which is one of your famous?
Yeah, so
kind of-
on top deck, where the main pool is,
Yeah.
we on Anthem and also Quantum, we have Johnny Rockets, which everyone loves. I love the 1950s style themes and the juicy fat burgers and the malted milkshakes. But for Ovation, we are changing that, and that's going to be a cold-filled panda themed restaurant. Noodle bar.
That's great. So it's a noodle bar.
A noodle bar on by the pool.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's one of the key changes. There's another one also. We've got Wonderland back, which is one of the specialist restaurants, which is fantastic. The music hall will still be there, which is great for nightlife.
Yeah.
The amazing after-show parties that we'll have. But also what we are changing is on the top tier of the music hall, that will become more of a private enclosure for like a casino.
Oh wow!
Which should be quite exciting to have on board.
Is there anything else that's kind of new and exciting that you can release about this new ship Ovation? Is there anything else at all?
We're going to have Vroom. Now Vroom is a high-speed internet. Now that's actually just been announced, but it's going to be across all of the fleet itself.
Wow.
So before it was just announced on the likes of some of our Oasis classes and also our Quantum class, but it has just been announced that they are going to start to spread all the way through the whole of the fleet. So Ovation will have our super fast internet on board as well.
Fantastic news. Okay, some great exclusives there, Stephen. Thank you very, very much. And I didn't even have to give you, my demo of what Cafe. How would I do Cafe 270? I'm not sure. Maybe do this.
I thought you were going to start doing acrobats.
I could try and do a tumble, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't necessarily work. But that's some great info. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to you for watching. And if you do go on Ovation of the Seas, join. Let us know what you think. I'm so jealous. There's a serious case of green-eyed envy going on here because you got to go on the ship. Tell me, you said it was mind-blowing, but you got to probably have a cup of coffee, look at the Cafe 270, the back of the ship overlooking these incredible views, yeah?
I'd hate to say no, but you can't turn up to a ship like that and turn down such a treat, Keith. I'm so sorry. You have to get on and experience.
You're not
it
on
for
next week's
yourself.
episode at this rate. You're making me too angry. If you want to find out more about this wonderful ship, Ovation of the Seas, click here for more details, and we'll give you also some details about some of the cruises you can do and enjoy on board that incredible ship, which is, in Simon's words, mind-blowing. Now, big thank you to everyone that's been getting in touch via social media, commenting on the videos, it's been tweeting, it's been Facebooking, been liking. We really do appreciate your support, keep it going. And a big thank you to these particular people that stood out this week to us. We have Libby on Twitter, who very much enjoyed last week's episode and can't wait to get on board Carnival Vista. Adrian as well, again, another man who loved last week's episode, particularly the stuff on Vista, and again is going on board pretty soon. Then we're going to go to Matty, who sent in pictures of him and his family welcoming Ovation of the Seas over the weekend. Some lovely pictures there, Matty, so thank you very much for that. And finally, Valerie, who called our sales team. Valerie, you know who you are. Happy shoe shopping, and thank you very much for getting in touch. Now, don't forget, coming up straight after this, we have an incredible secret deal. So secret we don't even know anything about it apart from the price and where it's going. Keep watching for that. So it's now the final part of today's episode, and very excitingly we have an exclusive top secret river cruise deal. This is the first time it's ever happened on Planet Cruise Weekly. We don't even know the name of the company, and we don't know the name of the ship. Suffice to say that it's an incredible itinerary, it's got some incredible benefits, and it is a 14-night unforgettable Europe river cruise from Amsterdam. Now it's going out on the...
Now we've got this one leaving on the 8th of July 2016. Now we have river view cabins available on this cruise for $1,479 per person for 14 nights.
And that's 60% off brochure price.
It is indeed.
60% off. And then balcony prices?
Oh, definitely treat yourself to a French balcony. It's $1,829 per person. Amazing price.
French balcony as well, it's even posher. Okay, then what do you get included? You do get, as part of this, overnights in Budapest, Vienna and Amsterdam. You get to visit the famous Strachenberg Castle. You get free Wi-Fi. You get free use of the bikes. There's excursions virtually every day that are included. You get drinks with lunch and dinner. That's alcoholic drinks as well. And regional flights are available along with the possibility of using the Eurostars. This is incredible. And it all starts with a flight out to good old Amsterdam. So you arrive in Amsterdam, you're met and transferred to your river cruise ship. We can't tell you which one, it's a secret. and then you get to meet the cruise director, your fellow passengers, and you have a wonderful gala reception on board. And day 2, you wake up again in Amsterdam. It's a chance for you to explore the historic houses and the beautiful low bridges that kind of crisscross the 17th century network of canals that gives the city its nickname, the Venice of the North. And then finally travel by coach via Rembrandt's windmill to Utrecht. Next day, you're in Cologne. Now, as you cruise into Cologne, you will marvel at the magnificent twin spires of the famous cathedral. It's brilliant. You just disembark, take a short drive through to the town of Brünn, and included here is a visit to the World Heritage listed Augsburg Castle and also the Frankenlust Hunting Lodge. You'll marvel at the amazing decor, and then you'll enjoy a guided walk through the landscape parks and flowering gardens. And then later in the afternoon, return to Cologne and enjoy some more time to drift through the enchanting city at your leisure. Incredible. Then day 4, the Rhine Gorge.
Rudesheim, cruise through the Rhine Gorge. It's considered by the locals to be the most beautiful section of the Rhine. So you dock in Rudesheim and take the Winter Express mini train to Siegfried's Mechanical Musical Instrument Museum.
The next day, Wertheim. You arrive in this evocative town. It sits on the confluence between the Tiber and the main rivers. And then like a local, you can discover true German hospitality as you're welcomed into the homes, literally into the homes, of the friendly Wertheim locals for coffee and cake, a German tradition. Day 6 then, Würzburg. Verdant hills and vineyards sit on the edge of Würzburg, while the main river is the prominent feature of this stunning city. Now the architectural beauty that defines Würzburg is on show because you're going to get a chance to admire what's called the Würzburg residence. You also get to walk through the famous court garden, which is beautiful.
Day 7, Bamberg. You can explore the World Heritage listed Bamberg on a guided tour, walk amongst the 18th century mansions and numerous breweries that line the city's beautiful historic centre. Later, your ship will reach the main Danube Canal.
Wow, okay, then the next day you're in Nuremberg. This is day 8. It's the site, of course, of Hitler's now infamous Nuremberg rallies. If you want to know who said Nuremberg is like the sun that shines amongst the moon and stars, it was
Martin Luther King.
Brilliant. You'll learn all about the city, the era of World War II, and a massive and amazing tour, which includes sites such as the Zeppelin Field and the Palace of Justice. All that's included. Then the next day we are in Regensburg. That's day 9. So you get a chance to sail along the Danube River into the enchanting town, which is located in the southern region of what's known as the Bavarian Forest. Now again, you get an included guided tour along the maze of cobblestone lanes, which kind of tells the story of the medieval town's journey through the ages. Then day 10, we're in Passau, Links.
Okay, awaken the pretty Three Rivers city of Passau, where the rivers Inn and Ilz join the Danube. There, cruise across the border into Austria, arriving a little while later in the city of Linz.
Then, day 11, Melk Dernstein. You're going to dock in Melk, you're going to join a local guide for a tour through the magnificent Melk Abbey, which is spectacular. Now afterwards you cruise through to Dernstein, where you can walk over cobbled streets past these 16th century townhouses and taverns, and the town is dominated by the hilltop ruins of the castle where King Richard the Lionheart was imprisoned in 1192. Then day 12, it's Vienna. You get a chance to embrace the splendour of the former Habsburg Empire. You get to learn about the city's most famous buildings, such as the Vienna State Opera, the Museum of Fine Arts, and of course hear about the culture and the classical music and the history. Upon arriving in the city, you can join a walking tour, which is included. Get an insider's view on a number of the best loved landmarks, including St. Stephen's Cathedral, the Graben, Hofburg Palace, and the Albertina. Then the next day, again, you're in Vienna.
Yep, still in Vienna. And today you've got a day at leisure. You've got further opportunities to immerse yourself in the delights of Austria's grand capital. You may like to wander through the lovely Hofburg area, home to the Imperial Treasury and the Spanish Riding School.
Okay, and then finally you're in Budapest on day 14, right at the heart of this incredible city. You disembark, you see the city through the eyes of an expert on your local guided tour, again all included. You explore the Fisherman's Bastion, the Hero Square, the Buda Castle, and much more. And then in the evening, enjoy a magical twilight cruise along the Danube. Before day 15, you disembark the ship, and then you have to head back home. It's an incredible itinerary, and the thing is, Simon, there is so much included. So to recap, you're getting overnights in Budapest, Vienna, Amsterdam, you're getting to visit the Drakensberg Castle, you get free Wi-Fi, there's free use of the bikes, there's free excursions virtually every day, which is all included in the price. During your dinner and your lunch, you get free alcoholic drinks and non-alcoholic if you fancy that as well. It's an incredible deal for just how much?
1479 per person for the Riverview, which is incredible.
It's incredible, 60% off, you said.
Absolutely. But the real experience there, Keith, push yourself to go for that French balcony. It's an incredible deal at 1829 per person. Amazing experience.
I don't think you'll ever see this kind of deal again, so get on board. It's selling very, very quickly, and again, quote YouTube 25 if you do give us a ring, and getting a further £25 off those prices. It's mind blowing. So for further information on any of the deals featured on today's show, click here. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, tell us what you've liked, what you'd like to see more of, get involved. And to those of you that did pick up the answer, remember to write down your answer. When we told you the answer of that wonderful quote and who it was, write it in the comments beneath this video, and you could win a chance to have that exclusive cruise-themed prize wing its way through to you. Thanks very much for watching. From myself and Simon, goodbye, and
Bye.
we'll see you next week.